ETFs. But 20 years ago, when Jan and I were doing ETFs, they were the renegade idea. The Financial Times called them weapons of mass destruction. There were congressional hearings about ETFs destroying the American dream, and people generally hated them. Fast forward to today, there's 7, 8, 9, 10 trillion dollars in ETFs, and they've been accepted in mainstream. And I sort of saw that transformation from a disruptive idea that people didn't trust to something that's embraced for what it can do. And I think, you see that same thing going on with Bitcoin right now.
Great. So the title of this is, are these ETF flows a passing fad? I guess we'll go to you, Jan. Short question. Are these ETF flows a passing fad? We've seen 17 billion come in since they launched on January 11th.
Yeah, I think it's overwhelming, really. Congrats to Blackrock for raising so much assets and the success. As I said yesterday, one of the biggest ETF launches in history, if not the one. And what's interesting to me is how big the assets in Bitcoin ETFs are now relative to the ecosystem, right? Coming up on 60 billion relative to a $1.5 trillion asset, let's call it ballpark. There's only double that amount in gold bullion ETFs, and gold bullion is worth about 15 trillion in market cap, so 10 times as big. So the impact is starting to become a little bit of a whale in the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Robbie, is it a passing fad? What do you guys think is going on over at Blackrock?
Well, I think what's interesting, James, is that we're still pretty early in the rollout of these, right? It's only been 6 months. Yes, the flows have been tremendous, but when you think about the client segments, iShares and similar for Van Eck and Bitwise that we serve, it really breaks down into end investors, direct, wealth advisory, and institutional. And that first segment, from day one, came kind of storming out of the gates. There was huge demand, and that drove a lot of the flows. But in the other two segments, it's still quite early in their journey. When we talk about institutions, there's a long research, diligence, exploration process that requires a lot of education. We're on that journey with a lot of our institutional clients today. The wealth advisory space, the RIA channel, which is a subset